Majority of the population of Egypt look like this handsome man.
Were they Irish?
Damn.
This dude is an idiot. I mean, he's a straight up idiot. Kush is in the desert. Are you saying that the Kushites were not black?
Although he's melanated because they're in that fucking desert.
He used to identify with the Kemetic community. He used to call himself Best, God Best.
They are desert Africans.
For some reason, he had this great awakening that the ancient Egyptians were not black and blah, 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 and all this other stuff.
In North Africa.
The book was written by Alfred E. Butler. Dr. John Henry Clark wrote the foreword that the original Africans of North Africa migrated into inner Africa, those same regions he was pointing to. So to sit there and say that they're different people because there's this imaginary line that separates them, it's absolutely stupid.
No. The ancient Egyptians were a multi-ethnic African civilization. It was multi-ethnic because of its very geographical position, a connection between Africa, the Mediterranean basin, and Asia, a strategic location on the crossroads of continents. The Egyptian civilization flourished around the Nile River, which was a cultural conduit of civilization.
Black people in the desert have a different kind of hair from black people in equatorial Africa. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That shit y'all thought was an afro, but found out it was just a headdress. That ain't no motherfucking afro. That ain't even no motherfucking hair. Let me see. You see them holes and shit? Where the serpent used to be, the uraeus that's broken off. You can peel this motherfucker and take this motherfucking headdress off. And when you take that headdress off, and this is wood, so that's why it's brown. It's an illusion. You thought it was you. Nope. Sorry.
Hey, there she go. Queen T. Let's go check out Queen T here. Oh, that Caucasian dude.
That is what about the Sudan?
Sudan's pyramids are damn near 2,000 years younger than ancient Egypt. They were influenced by Egypt, not the other way around.
So there's a separation from Proto-Afro-Asiatic, and the closest population to Proto-Afro-Asiatic, linguistically speaking, is Omotic speakers, right? Those Omotic speakers, that's closest to the earliest phase of Afro-Asiatic, right? They separate from Eastern Nilotic people by 16,000 years. And this is why when you look up the Natufian genetics, that was a portion of their DNA that was 23% North African, 65% Bedouin Arab-like, and 6.8% Omotic-like. What's going on? Now, if we want to base it off sex chromosomes, let's follow EM215. That splits in between Ethiopia, because we know that EM96, I'm just going back real far right quick. A Tyrian culture goes into North Africa, the separate species of group of Homo sapiens, which is us, go into North Africa, and you have the Tyrian culture. Primarily A1B1, BT, CTM168, which later on gave rise to DE, which formed to EM96.
So what?
Go ahead.
So what Ngozi is basically saying, we're not the Nubians, we're not the Nubians, we're not the Egyptians.
But Ngozi,
you're not no Nubian queen. You're West Central African, okay? It's just the same as on the continent of Asia. You have the continent of Africa, you have the continent of Asia. Pakistanians don't claim to be Chinese, and Chinese don't claim to be Pakistani.
Motherfuckers be showing all that fake ass love. Keep that shit away from me. Keep that fake ass shit away from me, nigga. Before I explode on one of you bitch ass niggas.
Always in a good mood. Hear me and believe. Hold on for a second, dog. I got a sample for you. Take two.